You say I, but who is I? Who are you? You say I all the time. Other people say I. What is the difference between your I and their I? You may say it's your body, it's your mind, but the I does not refer to the body or the mind. The I does not even refer to experience. The I refers to something far deeper. You may believe the I is referring to your identity. You may believe the I is referring to your body. You may say, I feel pain. But my friend, that pain comes and goes. So the I was not actually limited, bound to that pain. Nor is the I bound to the peace, the non-pain. The I is that permanent background between the two. No pain and pain. I am experiencing no pain. I am experiencing pain. That sense of I does not change. I am 2 years old. I am 5 years old. The body changes. The I does not. I can remember this. I cannot remember this. I can think this. I cannot think this. I've lost my mind. I have my mind. That sense of I still remains, whether you say the word I. You see, I is the permanent stamp upon the ever-changing ground of mind. Another person, your friend, may say their I is their body. But as I just said, just as you essentially are not referring to your body when you say I, although you may believe you are, neither are they, because their body changes. They said they were 2 years old. They said I am 2 years old when they were 2 years old. They said I am 5 years old when they were 5 years old. They said I feel pain when they felt pain. But the I did not shed the limits of the pain or the body changing, the body aging. The I is that permanent background of the changing experience. The I is this experiencer of all that is transient within your experience, all that comes and goes. You say I say I, everybody says I. Are we referring to something that is tangible? Are we referring to that which appears and disappears? I suggest to you, my friend, we are not. You are not. That which appears and disappears in front of, so to speak, that I. So what is this I? It's definitely you. You know that for sure, because it's you to whom appearance appears to. It's you to whom appearance disappears to. It's you that has knowledge and ignorance. It's you that says, I have knowledge, I have ignorance. It's you that says, I have happiness, I have sadness. It's you. All those things are changing. Emotions change, thoughts change, the body changes. So this permanent background, this I, which is the permanent part of self, stamping its signature upon this ever-changing ground that we call the mind. That permanent I is how the source speaks to the extension of itself that we call the ego. You see, you cannot find that I, you just know you are I. You cannot see that I, you just know you are I. A blind man still knows he is I. A deaf woman still knows they are I. And the literate person still knows they are I. They would not confuse themselves with a tree. To know true self is to know that I is this window or portal from this dimension of ego, personhood, into the formless, infinite dimension of your infinite nature, which is nameless, which is shapeless. ageless. Because as we just saw, this I does not refer to your body or mind. This I is the background of the body and mind. If your I was the body, then as soon as you had the sense I as a baby or a toddler, the I would have stopped when the body grew. But of course, the I stays on this journey that your body changes on. Of course, knowledge changes, memory changes, intelligence changes. This person you are now has more intelligence than the 5-year-old you. I'm sure, that's fine. But the I, the sense of being, did not change. You cannot describe the sense of being to somebody else, but you wouldn't need to because they know, because they are that sense of being too. You could describe things, you can describe experiences if they have some physicality to them. But this I is beyond physicality, or rather, it's before physicality. You cannot use something physical to find the source of I, yet you know it is you. Is it not you that the world appears to? Just look within your direct experience right now. Is it not you that the world appears to? And no, this is not solipsism that I'm talking about now, because of course you would say yes, of course the world appears to you. But yes, it appears to me too, but guess what? It appears to your friend too, but guess what? It appears to Donald Trump too, but guess what? It's not appearing to your mind, it's not appearing to your body. Remember, the body and the mind is the ever-changing part of reality. This I, which is the source, is the same source that I am. That's why I say I too, when I'm really referring to myself. It sounds weird to refer to myself in the third person all the time, does it not for you? But I never feels weird to refer to oneself as. So the world appears to that I, the same I that I am. That's why we all perceive the same world. Not because of our minds. Our minds can perceive a dragon flying in the sky. But the background of that dragon, the world, everybody's eye perceives that. Because everybody's eye is the same. Which is the background of the mind. Of course, everybody's mind is different. Our minds are individual, no doubt. Bodies are individual, no doubt. But the source of what is a human being is I. And that I has no face, no color, no eyes, no religion, no race, no history, no future. Not even now. It is not bounded by any concept, because it's before all concepts. It's before language. It's not something you can take out of your head and place on a table. It's not physical in any way. This sense of I. Your inner world has an observer to it. My inner world has an observer to it. What does your observer look like? Does it look different to my observer? Anything that you say would of course be something being observed by the observer. For example, if you said your observer is white, is black, is purple, well, those colors are observed by the observer. You see, you cannot get back to perceive the observer of your inner world. Neither can I. But I know that I am that which the mind cannot ever find objectively. I am that I am. You are that I am. All is I. Try to really understand this on your journey back to yourself. It's a journeyless journey, really, because you're always that which I is referring to. But at the point, at the vibration of you possibly still believing that you are a limited being, the ego, the identity, the body, then yes, it seems like a journey, which is fine. We all have to go through this as egos, but we are all deeper than that. We are that which I refers to, as I mentioned on this video. If you like the video, please like the video. Have a wonderful day or evening, my fellow expressions of consciousness, my fellow expressions of I. Peace.